Hey, everybody. Welcome to 2022 and our first Ascend Academy, formerly known as Taco Tuesday. Not to confuse you all, we're going to explain it to you tonight. And we have Carol's going to chat tonight about New Year, New Focus, but we've got a little bit of information that we want to give you first. So I'm passing to Hannah.
Yay! Happy 2022, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, so I'm talking about Ascend Academy that you are on tonight. Welcome, welcome. Raise your hand. Is this your first time being here, joining us? No? Are you a veteran? Welcome. So Ascend Academy, formerly known as Taco Tuesday, is a time where every week we come with a different topic. We have a speaker. We spend about 20 to 30 minutes on this topic. You're able to ask questions. It really is just a learning time. You are welcome to sit there with your favorite drink, turn your video on. We always love to see your face. Keep your video off if it's been that kind of a day. Totally fine. But sit back, relax, enjoy. Sometimes it'll be all about like systems that you can implement in your business, and your hand will hurt because you've been taking so many notes. Sometimes it'll be a good kick in the butt about, getting yourself in gear. And it's just always a time to spend with those in our community learning and growing. So I want to challenge you right now to get out your phone or get out your digital calendar, whatever it is that you put your appointments on. And I want you to go right now and make a alarm, set an alarm, make an event, or whatever you do to remind yourself to be on this link every Tuesday, same time, same place. And what's even more fun about this is that we're going to have a giveaway. We're going to do a gift card giveaway for those of you that do this. So once you have done this, I'm going to keep a list of names too. Put in the chat alarm set. That's what our keyword will be. That way I can go back and put all your names in too. And then we'll put your name into a gift card drawing giveaway for that. Okay. But make sure you join us. And you know what? We really want your teams to be on here. So right now, after you have set that alarm, go and down at the bottom where you see, I think it's where you see participants, you can copy the link. And I want you to go and copy the link and send it to one person on your team or a fellow consultant that you know, and just say, hey, hope you're on tonight. It's going to be a good time. If you guys don't know, Carol is like super famous. There's like the president, and then there's Carol. So she's going to be talking with us tonight too. So, okay, that's about Ascend Academy, but also Ascend. You're seeing that throughout the year. You're going to see that throughout the year. And what does Ascend mean? A group of SSDs, we got together and we said, you know what? We want a theme for 2022. What is a good theme? And we came up with Ascend. Do you guys know what Ascend means? It means to grow, to get to the top. And that's what we want to see with your business. Whatever you want it to be this year, that's what we want to help you get there. And so ascending in everything in your business, as far as growing your team, getting new customers, growing your PRV, and also in your life too, taking care of yourself, self-care, balancing family and sensing. We just want to see you ascend in all those areas. So all throughout the year, you're going to see our programs. They're going to be Ascend and then the name of the program. There will be consistency through all that. We've got some really special merch. Who doesn't love merch? Designed to go along with that too as well. So just a little bit kind of about Ascend. You'll learn more as our programs are released throughout the year too. And just so you know, all of this is for you. We do this so that you can grow, so that your teams can grow. And so those that join your team, it's all about growth and ascending together. So I'm going to pass it over to Shelly to talk about Ascend Lounge.
Yay, hello. Thanks, Hannah, for explaining all of that. Along with some name changes, we have Ascend Lounge, formerly known as Work It Wednesday. It is still the same time, same place. Link hasn't changed. It's just now called Ascend Lounge. So you can come to the lounge Wednesday nights, 8 p.m. Central, and bring work stuff or come to learn what other people are doing to work their business. And if you still have your phone out, if not, get it back out or get your calendars, and we are going to set another alarm. All right. So put in Ascend Lounge, 8 p.m. Central. So that's, what is this? No, we're not doing that.
No,
You have
8
to figure that
p.m.
out.
Eastern,
Eastern. I have the 8 p.m. Central on my phone.
right? Am
So
I right,
I'm-
you guys? Because book club's at 9, right? Eastern, yeah.
Oh, you're right. I even wrote it down at 7 on my notes. See, this is why you should look at your notes when you're talking. Okay, 7 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Mountain, 8 p.m. Eastern. If you're in another time zone, you can Google it. And you're going to set another alarm for Ascend Lounge. Once you've done that, post in the chat, because we're doing another giveaway. Put lounge alarm. Lounge alarm. You won't want to miss it. If you've never been to a Work It Wednesday, now Ascend Lounge, they're really amazing. Lots of ideas shared. And you can even come and ask questions like, hey, I'm stuck with this. How do you do this? So can't wait to see you tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Central. And now it's Karen's turn.
Perfect. So I'm going to talk to you about our book club, which we are renaming Ascend Book Club. Are you surprised? You see a theme here? Book club starts back up tomorrow night at 9 o'clock Eastern, right after Ascend Lounge, formerly known as Work It Wednesday. And the book that I have this one in front of me. Hannah's got the other two. We are starting with Dare to Lead by Brene Brown. If you've been around for a while, she was one of our keynote speakers at Sensi years ago, and she's really fantastic. So if you're from Texas, she's a local Texan. I think she's from Houston. And we're going to start with that book. We have the next two books planned for you, though, as well. And if I can find Hannah, because she's not on my screen now, because I don't know, can somebody spotlight Hannah? She's going to show you the next two books. That after this, we want to give you 3 books, the first 3 books that we're doing, because 2 reasons. We want you to be prepared, but also because they're all on sale right now on Amazon. And so you might want to grab them because they're really great priced on Amazon. So next we're going, after we do this book in January, Dare to Lead, we are going to Mary Christensen's Be a Direct Selling Superstar after that. And that'll be our February book. And then after that, we're going to Atomic Habits. It's got totally a funky Clear there. Perfect. By James Clear, right? Yeah, James Clear. All of those who happen to be SFR speakers at various times. But those are the next 3 books that we have. So we're doing Dare to Lead, starts tomorrow night. If you haven't read it yet because you're just finding out about it right now, it's okay, still show up. You can catch up. All of these books are also on Audible if you're not a reader. The culture and the community of book clubs really great. So even if you say, I'm really not a book club person, I would encourage you to check it out. It's a lot of fun. And that's what I've got on that. I will also be dropping the link to the Facebook book club group in the chat here, and we're dropping all the links into the group pages, right? And I'm gonna pass it back to Hannah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So while Carol is talking, Shelly and I are going to be taking your names from the chat, and we're going to be putting those into the wheel of names. So when Carol's done, she's going to pass it back over to us to draw for those gift cards. You have to be present to win. So make sure you get those alarms set for Ascend Academy and Leaders Lounge, and you put that in the chat too. So we're looking for those keywords. Okay, new year, new focus. We are so super blessed. I love the word blessed. It's just so much fun. We are blessed to have Carol with us. If you guys don't know Carol, you need to go follow her on Instagram. She will lighten up your life. There are some times where my husband even comes to me and says, "Did you see what Carol posted today?" It's so funny. But you guys, she was my hero. Like, I walked into a room one time and I was like, I need to know that girl. So she's going to talk to you. She's kind of going to whoop your butt tonight. I hope so. I'm ready for it. She's going to bring it. So I'm just going to pass it over to her.
Thank you. Thank you guys so much. So I am coming to you tonight to talk about new year, new focus. So it's a new year. How many of you guys, I need to personally change the view because I like to see your smiling faces. How many of you guys have goals set for this year? Have a plan? Ooh, very nice to see some of you. Raise your hands. All right, a lot of you. Woo, that's nice. I had to flip through a couple pages here. So nice to see. Or you can post in the chat too, because I'll see that. All right, good. Because here's the deal, guys. Can't get somewhere if you don't have a GPS. I mean, I don't really know how we ever got anywhere before we had a map on our phone or navigation in our car. I swear. I mean, I tell you, I know how. We printed out a piece of paper or looked at a map, but we got lost more often than we arrived, right, to where we want to go. Well, now we have all of these great tools that are available to us. There are there's trackers set so you can earn annual sales, you can earn annual mentor. There are ways, there's a place in the workstation now for you to write down your goals every single month. So if I'm a firm believer on, if it isn't written down, it's just a dream, a wish, a hope. You're not really going to accomplish anything if you don't have an actual goal written down. So some people are like, goals scare me. Goals make me palms sweat and make me want to throw up. Totally great. I get it. Then have intentions. I intend every day to have a great day. Some days, the best I can do is roll out of bed, drink a cup of coffee, and take a poo. And that's about it. Okay. And then I want to just not do anything else for the rest of the day. So some days, though, I'm on my game. I have the best intentions and I follow through. And so I know that we really truly had an incredible year last year. 2021 was out of this world. And how many of you guys are kind of burnt out? Yeah, I mean, and I appreciate your honesty. Those of you guys that do make sure. And if you say, I saw a few of you like, I'm kinda, right? So hopefully you, maybe not right now, because you've had a little break. We had a little break between Christmas, the huge rush is over with. And I personally love January. I love the start of a brand new year. I love the start of a just a clean slate. I love a brand new planner that I'm never going to use, but I love a brand new planner. Okay. There's something about fresh, clean, even though I'll have the best intentions, I'll write in it for like 2 weeks and then I'll never write in it again. But whatever, it's fine. I like to just spend money. So here's the deal. When you have a brand new year and everything's a clean slate, you can do anything that you want. You can basically in January pretend you're a brand new consultant again. You can start over. You can decide, where do I want to end? Where do I want 2022 to end? Or if you're like me, I really prefer to work in 12-week increments. And if you guys have not read the book, The 12-Week Year, it's incredible. And I know we're doing a book club, but if you ever want to read another book, The 12-Week Year is amazing. It is about how to basically condense a year into 12 weeks, and that every 12 weeks is its own cycle, is its own thing, and that you work 3 months at a time. And so you're working in basically quarters. And I love that because long-term goals sometimes are too far out. Like just December, we just had December. I don't want to really think about the next December, right? Who's with me? Yeah. I don't want to think about next December. I only want to think about January, February, March. I just want to get through to March. Then I want to work on April, May, and June. And then I want to work on July, August, and September. And then I want to work on October, November, December. So you can see how breaking it up into those 3-month chunks makes things so much more functionable, right? So let's just we're focusing on January, February, and March. Does anybody have a word of the year that has come to them so far this year? Anybody not do that? Because I didn't really do it for the longest time. But what I found is every word of the year comes to you eventually. And so the 12-week year, Billy, 12-week year. So if you have your word, put it in the chat. I think it's awesome to see. A lot of you guys, consistency. Woo, maybe I'll be able to help you with this during this time. So the other gals on this Zoom have created some really great goal planning, goal setting documents. Things, and I believe they had like on their 6 months and 12 months. I saw it briefly before we started. They're going to share that with you. And so you can choose to use it or not, or you can just use a calendar and decide, take January, February, March. How many parties are you guys going to hold? Virtual, basket, in person, office, I don't really care. But decide, how many parties am I going to hold in January, February, and March? How many people am I going to sponsor? What's my goal on how many people do I want to sponsor? If you want to sponsor 2 every single month, it's going to require more than 2 conversations. So how many business opportunity conversations are you going to have? Write that on the calendar. How many do you want to have in January? How many do you want to have in February? How many do you want to have in March? One of the things is I live and die by my schedule. Now, I even told my assistant the other day, I thank the Lord for the dings, because otherwise I would never go anywhere. I would never make it to any appointment that I needed to get to if it wasn't for this blessed calendar that dings at me 30 minutes before I'm supposed to be somewhere. So I would miss every single appointment if it wasn't for this calendar. So everything that is super important to me, and I want to talk about what's important to you. Whatever is important to you should be on your calendar. So just like they had you guys pull out your calendar to put this call, to put these other things, you guys, people who attend events, attend Zooms, people who plug in go places. Their batteries are fully charged. So every call that is available to you should be on your calendar, and it should ding and remind you 30 minutes beforehand to get on the call. If you want to have booking conversations, you need to schedule in your schedule booking conversations. You need to schedule time for parties. So then your goal is to fill that slot for that party. Your checkbook is directly connected to your calendar. If you want your checkbook to be filled and padded, your calendar needs to be filled and padded. You need to set, I believe in blocks of time versus actual, I'm going to do this hour, this and this and this. I'm going to set 2 hours of intentional working where for 2 hours every day, all I am doing is messaging prospects or mining, or I don't know, whatever other word you want to call it, networking, creating conversations, building relationships with my customers, with people who have expressed interest in the past of wanting to join or wanting to talk more about Scentsy. For 2 hours every single day, I have a time block for that. Maybe you don't have 2 hours, maybe you only have an hour. But the less time you have to work this business, the more intentional that you absolutely have to be in that time that you work your business. So if you only have an hour every single day, what is most important? What is the most important thing in the world for you to do in that hour's time? What do you guys think it is? Is it stickering catalogs? Is it making samples? Oh, I love you guys shaking your heads. You're like, no, it's talking to people. It's people to people. I don't care if that's texting, Facebook messaging, voice messaging, actually picking up the phone and making a phone call, because those are a real thing, guys. It still happens. I promise. It's still, a phone call is still probably one of the best ways to contact your customers. They like to hear your voice. If you can make an in-person delivery, although sometimes inconvenient, fantastic, because then you get face-to-face time with your customer. And you get to talk to that person and just continue to build that relationship. Most of the people that I personally deliver products to, I get to give them a hug, and they are really my best customers, my face-to-face ones. So face-to-face time is huge, but spend the time with your customers, with your team members, helping those new people. You know, you've got to help your babies. Your brand new consultants need a lot of your time. Your seasoned consultants, well, they should know what to do. And they need less and less of your time. Your babies you need to help them to walk, but once they can walk, you kick them out of the house, right? No, I'm just kidding. But it's similar, right? Once they can get stuff on your own, you just check in with them, love on them, and then they keep going. So every month on your calendar, how many parties, how many recruits do I want to have? How many conversations am I going to have? How many personal touches am I going to have with my customers, with my team members? I really recommend that you text every single person on your team at least once a month and tell them you love them, you're checking in on them, you appreciate what they're doing. I saw this and I thought of you. Find some funny meme and say, hope this makes your day, which I post every day on my my Instagram page, well, almost every day. So, I mean, there are some slightly inappropriate ones. I don't suggest you send everything I post, but if you need some ideas, there's probably plenty there for you to use. But it is so good for you to just make sure you're checking in with people. I learned a valuable lesson once from a consultant who, she was a really great seller. She was so good, always consistent, always doing stuff. And then all of a sudden she kind of fell off the face of the earth. And it took me a little bit longer to realize what had happened. So when I finally reached out to her, she was like, I can't believe it took you so long to check in on me. And I was like, oh, my bad. Like, I mean, that was completely my fail as a leader. And she had been going through an extremely rough patch, but she just decided, I'm not going to do Cincy anymore because you didn't care enough about me. And so that very much hit me hard, and so I realized the importance of at least reaching out once a month. Do not let a month go by and not talk to your team. So, there are so many things that can happen in a 3-month span. Did you know that there are people that can join this month with our enhanced kit and become director by the end of the month? There are people that can join and become director by the end of 3 months. So right now, currently, because people want Cincy, we're a hot commodity, we're doing so well, you can literally change your business in 3 months. You can take it from a dud to a stud. And so don't underestimate the value of making goals and to make plans and to write things out on paper. So there is a direct correlation between your brain and writing that is different than if you, yes, you can write on a device. I know a lot of you guys went to a digital planner. I'm assuming it works the same, but there is something about a pen and a paper and writing things out in a notebook that makes a huge difference in your brain, in the brain pattern, in the way that you perceive things. I'm not sure writing on a tablet, it could be the same, but definitely not typing. Typing is completely out. It is not the same brain receptor. So make sure you write things down. Write down everything. Write down every single dream, every single thing that you want to do. What do you want to make this year? What is it going to feel like when you make that money? What is your biggest month? What's your biggest sale month going to be? Or what do you want it to be? How will you feel when you reach that? So take a second right now and write down, what do you, because you already know now by this point, what did you make last year, right? Income wise. What do you want to make income wise this year for 2022? Well, thanks for putting my thing, Karen. I'm back. What do you want to make for next year? And if you guys feel free, like you want to share it, you can share it in the chat. If you want to keep it private, absolutely okay. Well, I want you to write down, what do you want to make this year? Does anybody want to share? I mean, you don't have to. 1,000 a month, 25,000 for the year or per month, 40,000 in PRV. Okay. 45K a year, 12,000. Okay. I love it. I do great grocery stores. Good job. 12,000 a year, $2,500 monthly. Okay. I want you to take whatever your goal is. I want you to scratch it and double it. Why not? Whatever you wrote down, double it. And now I know a lot of you guys are looking at me like, what the hell? Okay, you're doing the TikTok. What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? But I'm here to tell you, why not? If someone can do it, why not you? We spend our whole lives playing small. The media, social media, everyone, even the people closest to you will shrink you to save you. And they try. They want to be so good for you. They want to help you. The people that love you the most want to keep you safe. They don't want you to think big. They don't want you to dream bigger. And it's not their fault. It's how they were raised. It's what's been ingrained in their thoughts. I want you to write down this, everything worthwhile is uphill. So keep going. And then I also want you to write down, the world is not served by you playing small. These are 2 Post-it notes that are at my desk that I look at every single day to realize that for the longest time, the world has told me to be smaller. The world has told me you're too loud, you're too big, you're too much. And I'm not. I'm absolutely just right. And I'm who I need to be. And you guys, I think that my word, I was like, what's my word of the year? My word of the year is, I don't even know. I can't remember now. I thought of it earlier and then I didn't write it down because I was coming here. And so it'll probably come back to me. I just completely lost it when I was about to tell you what it is. Yeah, still can't remember it. It's fine. But you guys, there is nothing that you can't achieve. So if there's any value that I can bring to you this year, is to let 2022 be the year of you and your incredibleness to shine through. There is no reason that you can't achieve every single thing that you want. You are perfectly capable. Those people that make $30,000, $40,000 a month, they don't do anything different than what you do. They just believe in themselves a little bit more. So think about that. Do I believe in myself enough? Is this my year? So I was listening to a podcast and so for some people who are kind of feeling burnt out or whatever, burnout comes from the reward not being big enough for you to pay the price anymore. And I thought, wow, that really struck me because sometimes I'm like, oh, I just don't want to do that. And the reason I don't want to do it is because I don't feel the reward is big enough for me to pay the price. So to become great in this business, to build a big business, it does require sacrifice. It requires sacrificing time. Hopefully you don't sacrifice too much sleep, but there are sacrifices that you have to be made. So you really have to sit down with your family and say, this is what I want to achieve this year. Are you with me? And when you lay out, this is what I want to do, this is where I see us, this is our vision. And when you have a large enough vision, your family, your friends, your team members, they will follow in with you. They will just come alongside of you. And so I love to say that I am committed to big rewards for 2022. So that's something that's like going on my mirror, in my bathroom, and all this stuff, because when you're highly motivated, you get things done. And you guys are highly motivated for 2022 to be this biggest year for you, right? And so if you can make $40,000 a year at an income, just whatever you do, you can make 100 a year. You can make $400,000 a year. It's just, what are you willing to do? And if you had no excuses, if you were guaranteed, if somebody said, if you go to the grocery store right now, I don't care what you're wearing, you just hop in the car and go to the grocery store, you're going to buy a lottery ticket and you're going to win $400,000, you would get in your car and go, no matter what you were doing. Right now, somebody guaranteed you an outcome. If there is a fire in your home and you must jump out a window to save yourself or your family, it's not ideal. You don't really want to do it, but you're going to jump through a window to save yourself. You are highly motivated to jump through a window now to get out of a fire. That's the same thing. When you're highly motivated, you will do whatever it takes. I'm highly motivated by my paycheck from Scentsy. And so I will do literally almost everything there is to make sure I get it every single month, because I'm highly motivated by it. If you're not highly motivated by your paycheck, keep growing it. Keep working so that it is motivating. So I just want you guys to know that you can do it. So do a checkup from the neck up. I love Zig Ziglar's quotes. Check up from the neck up, guys. Is your head right? Are you in the game? Are you ready to go for 2022? Do you have a vision? Do you have where you're going, what you want to accomplish, and how you're going to get there? And sometimes the how happens during the process. I don't say you need to have everything, plotted out, because stuff's going to go wrong. Things are going to come up. People are going to happen. There's going to be limitations along the way. But are you going to jump over them? Are you going to jump through a window? Are you going to continue on? Are they going to become speed bumps, or are they going to become brick walls that are going to keep you from your goals? Okay, so yeah, when the payoff is big enough, you make things happen. And so my friend posted this, and I just did this on another call, and I really want to read this too. So I posted this in my group page earlier tonight. And how many of you guys have registered for World Tour? I want to plug World Tour because they extended the registration. Okay. And if any of you guys are not registered, please register for the virtual. You'll still get all the information. But if you have the opportunity, register for a location and go see people in person. Okay, guys, we have been isolated for far too long. And this goes along actually with Brene Brown and with the book that you guys will be doing in book club. So my beautiful friend shared this. I did not write this, but I'm going to read it to you because I can sell things. Just kidding. I'm just not the best at writing them. Okay. So I think it was Brene Brown who told a story about a village where all the women washed clothes together down by the river. But when they all got washing machines, there suddenly was there was an absence of the time spent doing things together, and it was the absence of community. So there was this, oh, let me start over. I'm sorry. Sorry. The women all washed clothes together down by the river. When they all got washing machines, there was a sudden outbreak of depression and no one could figure out why. It wasn't the washing machines in and of themselves. It was the absence of time spent doing things together. It was the absence of community. Friends, we've gotten so independent. We're fine, we tell ourselves, even when in reality, we're depressed, we're overwhelmed, we're lonely, and we're hurting. We're fine. We're just too busy right now. We say when the days, weeks, and months and years go, right? We've been years without connecting with friends. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. It's so easy to say, even when it's not true. We've become so isolated. It is hard to know how to get back. It's hard to know how to even begin to build the kind of relationships our hearts need. And I think in our current culture, it is not just as organic as it once was. It's way, way more work now because, you know, we have our own washing machines. We don't depend on each other to do laundry or cook dinner or raise babies anymore. We don't really depend on each other for much of anything, if we're being honest. In Brene Brown's book, Braving the Wilderness, she says that being lonely affects the length of your life expectancy, similar to smoking 15 cigarettes a day. I don't say that to freak anyone out, but to let you know that the longing for connection is legit. And I think we've treated friendship as a luxury for far too long. Friendship isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. We don't want it, we kind of need it. Be independent, be proud of it, but be an independent woman or man who realizes the value and the importance of opening the door to other good people. You can do it alone, but you don't have to. Islands are only fun for so long. There is true magic when women and men come together, hold hands, share ideas, share stories, struggles, and endless bowls of salsa. Don't forget the chips. You use your gifts and I'll use mine. And then we'll invite other people over who bring completely different sets of skills to the table that we are building. And we'll watch together as something miraculous unfolds. I didn't write it. That's Amy Weatherly wrote that. But it is so true in today's culture. We are missing getting together, which leads to most kind of what I said earlier was anytime you can do something in person with your customers, with your team members, do it. We have been isolated for far too long. And it is becoming increasingly difficult to get together with other people. And I love Zooms. I love this. My voice can only carry so much to you. I really love Zooms, but I'm frankly zoomed out. And I know a lot of people are. They're tired of just connecting on a screen. They want to connect in person where I can touch you and hug you and pick you up. And I can do all these things, right? I can kiss you on the cheek, for God's sakes. So it's like, this is what we need to do is get in person. So schedule those home parties, get those things done, guys. And I probably went over and I'm super sorry. So thank you for having me tonight. And I hope that 2022 is your best year ever and that you can at least kill these next 3 months and then work on the next 3 months. Thanks for having me.
Thank you, Carol. Everyone, like, round of applause. Or they do applause like this too in schools too. Quiet applause. Yeah. Whew. It never gets old, Carol. It never does. Never does hearing from you. Okay, so before we said, hey, you have to stay on for our gift card giveaways. So I'm gonna go first with mine. And what's funny, Carol talked about like digitally doing stuff and handwriting stuff. So we're gonna have a digital giveaway and a handwritten giveaway. That's just how we do things here too. So I'm gonna share my screen with you so you guys can actually see this. Because I also think this is something fun to do with your customers if you're ever doing like a giveaway or something or whatever. This is on Wheel of Names and I threw all of your names in here. Those of you that said, hey, I set an alarm for Ascent Academy. So I am gonna spin this and it even does like a little drum roll to see who wins for this. Dun, 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 dun! winner, Holly Bailey. Congratulations, Holly. So Holly, you need to send your SSD, which is me. You need to send me your a picture of your alarm set, and then we will get your gift card sent out to you. So I'm going to pass it over now to Shelly, who is going to do the other gift card giveaway.
Yes. So I wrote all the names down and I numbered all of them. And then I told my husband to pick a number from 1 to 67, and he has no idea what we're doing because he asked me 3 times, what am I doing? So just know there was no cheating. All right, babe, what's your number? 14. Oh my gosh. Can you read that?
Oh my
Holly
goodness.
Bailey.
That would like never happen again.
Holly
No
Bailey.
kidding.
Holly Bailey, hop on and give us another number.
Okay.
Yeah, how
12.
about
12. I was going to say pick somebody else. 12.
12? Ooh.
Okay, 12. Brenda Lang.
Yay!
12.
Yay. Holly, you're so lovely to be like
Holly,
the
Powerball
wine.
is,
Look,
I think
it's a one
Powerball is
night
up to
stand.
like 600 million or something.
Yeah, you better go
should
buy
totally
yourself
buy
a ticket.
hey, look, I'm in my PJs. I'm going.
Yeah,
All right,
go in
go
your
for it.
PJs. It's gonna be extra lucky because you
Yeah.
bought them in your PJs.
Can you buy me a ticket too? Just
Yeah,
give it a
especially
kiss or something.
if you pick my name, let's go. Yeah.
All right, those are our 2 drawings. We are not drawing for book club tonight. We will talk about that tomorrow night on book club. I feel like I dropped the link to book club in the chat. If not, it will be on the group page. No, I did not. Okay, Hannah's going to do that while I am giving you a preview of what's coming next week. All right, you guys, you've been waiting for it. You've been asking for it. It's a topic we don't like to talk about because we are not accountants or financial experts. So we are bringing you an accountant and a financial expert, a financial planner, to talk to you guys about financial planning and accounting next week, in taxes next week. The time is going to move. It is an hour earlier. That's because that's what works with their schedule. But there will be a replay, and it will screen to a Facebook group. You will have the Zoom link, all that information, everything you need. But we hope you're excited for it because they can give you legit information that we can't. So, and then we also have, we asked your leaders last night what your teams wanted training on or needed training on. And we've got 6 months worth of topics and speakers for you. So you will have the full schedule for 6 months when we have it finalized, and you can plan it. And we're kind of going between systems such as, like, some of you want to learn about project broadcasts, like something technical like project broadcasts, to some personal development type topics, and then also to like sensing skills like fundraising or onboarding a new consultant, that kind of thing. So you're going to see a little bit of a pattern to how the trainings are laid out and that kind of thing. So we hope you're excited. Thank you for showing up tonight. Don't forget Ascend Academy tomorrow night. You should have alarms on your phone, 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Central, 6 o'clock Mountain, 5 o'clock Pacific. And it's a normal link that you had for Work It Wednesday, but it will be dropped on all your pages as well. Have a good night, you guys.